the tips locked together like prison bars.
Namaskar. Hi students, how are you today? I hope you are always healthy, fit and cheerful, yeah? Are you ready for your science class? I believe you are ready. Well, before we study, let's pray together. Yeah? Join your hand and close your eyes. Start. Dear God, please bless myself, my teacher, and my friend, so we will understand the lesson that we will get today. Dear God, Namaskar.
So we will talk about the plants adaptation, ya, adaptasi dari tumbuhan. Okay, are you excited about this chapter? Well, I am, and I believe you do too. Okay, now the first one we will learn about plants adaptation. What is it? Apa itu? Jadi adaptasi itu apa ya? Kemampuan makhluk hidup untuk bertahan hidup ya di lingkungan hidupnya atau di habitatnya. So that is what we will learn for today ya. Plants adaptation. But first we need to know for the plants topology. Okay, students, based on plant topology ya, there are two main groups of plants ya. Jadi ada dua, berdasarkan topologi tumbuhan ada dua grup atau dua kelompok jenis tumbuhan ya. The first one is terrestrial plant and the second one is aquatic plants ya. Terrestrial means plants that can live on land, and then the aquatic plants means plants which can live in the water area. Okay, aquatic. You can remember like Aquaman or something like that. Well, students, do you want to know more about the terrestrial plants? Kalian mau tahu lebih lanjut tentang tumbuhan di darat? Okay, let's check this out.
Terrestrial plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. We can see different types of terrestrial plants according to different landforms. Plants in plains. Some trees such as neem, banyan, mango and peepal grow in the plains. They have broad leaves. They do not shed their leaves in winter and continue to grow new leaves again in summer. Some plants such as teak, shisham and sal grow best in places which experience hot summers. They shed their leaves once in a year. They are called deciduous trees.
Plants in marshes. Some trees such as sundari, also called mangrove, grow in marshy places where the soil is sticky and clayey. Their roots cannot breathe in the waterlogged soil. So, they have breathing roots that grow above the ground and contain small air holes that enable the roots to get air. Plants in hills.
Some trees such as cedar, cypress, fir, spruce and pine grow in very cold and hilly places. You can see them in hilly areas like Darjeeling, Ooty and Kashmir. These trees have needle-like leaves and cones in places of flowers. Such trees are called conifers. Some conifers such as pine, cedar, etc. do not shed their leaves in any season. So, they are known as evergreen trees.
Plants in deserts.
Some plants such as cactus, babool, mesquite bush, etc. grow in deserts. Deserts are generally hot and extremely dry areas. There is very little water available for plants in deserts. Plants in these areas adapt according to these conditions. Some desert plants such as cactus have spongy and soft stem for storing water.
Plants in
Coastal areas. Plants such as coconut and palms have high water requirements, so they grow in coastal areas. They can grow well in humid areas and salty water. The seeds of these plants are easily carried away by water to far away places.
Well, what do you think about the terrestrial plants? Gimana menurut kalian tentang tumbuhan yang bisa hidup di darat? Please write it on the comment section below because right now we will jump to the aquatic plants. Kita akan belajar tentang tumbuhan yang bisa hidup di daerah perairan. What are they? What's the example of aquatic plants? Check this out.
Aquatic plants. Some plants grow in water. Plants that grow in water are known as aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are of three kinds. Floating plants. Some water plants such as water hyacinth, duckweed, etc. float on the surface of the water. They have light and spongy stem which helps them to float on water. Fixed plants. Plants such as lotus have roots which are fixed at the bottom of the pond. They are known as fixed plants. They have broad leaves and hollow stems. The leaves have stomata on their upper surface through which they breathe. Their leaves can float on the surface of the pond. Underwater plants. There are some plants that grow and remain completely under the water. Tape grass, hydrilla, seaweed, etc. are underwater plants.
Well, we already learned about the terrestrial and aquatic plants. Is there any other type of plants, Miss Maggie? Well, have you ever seen the plants which are carnivores? Wow, like that. It's called by the insectivorous plant. Well, what is insectivorous plant? Those are kind of plant which are carnivore and they eat the insect as their food, yeah? So what is the example of insectivorous plants? The first one is pitcher plants. The second one is sundew plants. And then the third one is Venus flytrap. Well, check this out for the video of insectivorous plants. Wow.
Fraction of a second. The tips lock together like prison bars. If the fly is very big or very small, it may just manage to escape. But most are trapped.
Okay, what do you think about that? It's so cool, right? Next is about the non-green plants. Tumbuhan yang tidak termasuk dalam tumbuhan hijau, jadi tidak bisa melakukan fotosintesis, ya. The non-green plants cannot do photosynthesis. What are they? Check this out.
Such as mushrooms, molds, etc. absorb nutrients from decaying and dead plants. They are called saprophytes. Uses of plants. We know that plants are very useful for us. Some uses of the plants are listed below. Plants provide us food such as fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, beverages, nuts, etc. Medicines are also obtained from plants.
Okay? That's all for our science class for today. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me through the WhatsApp chat, yeah? Or if you need any notes or exercise, yeah, please find it on the link in the description below. Okay, kids, I